Welcome everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and I have Eric Husbands here and a couple of our members. And you're watching Channeling. We do bring in the Council of Nine and other councils of light beings, and any other being that wants to participate here and help us and guide us. Um, so we can continue to awaken our memory of who we truly are individually and as a collective. So then we can take the steps that we need to ascend properly and ascend in a much higher frequency than we have been expecting to. Welcome, everyone. And for those that are watching, just join us. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and maintain your eyes closed. Sometimes you can see things, sometimes you can feel things, or sometimes you just know. Your senses are sometimes heightened when you close your eyes. And it would help you then just focus on what we're doing. If you get a coordinate or if you hear a coordinate and do not know how to go there, just set your intention that you want to be with us, that you want to travel with us, wherever it is, and you will then be with us. Many of you have given me feedback on it, that you have been able to actually see and experience the same things we have. And I welcome you to do this with every single episode that we show. It is really enlightening and it's really healing. Many have expressed that they have been able to release a lot of the 3D burdens, a lot of the 3D stresses that they were feeling at that moment or that they were going through. So let's close eyes. Again, if you haven't, take nice, deep, slow breaths and let your body, your physical body, just settle in. Maintaining slowly but surely and descending into a place of calmness, sacredness, into your true self, the self that once you remember, you will see the beauty that's inside of you. And that beauty is part of the collective, which is part of all of us. That love, understanding, compassion, unconditional love that we feel for ourselves and others and every living thing, everything, no matter where you are part of the collective energy greater than us that we all share in and are part of. Now, if any members have any coordinates or any place in particular they have been given direction to go, please share.
I have some coordinates, 79264.
Can you repeat, please?
Yes, 79264.
Okay. I myself see all of us. And we are in a very vibrant area. All of the colors are extremely vibrant. Kind of like if they had glitter on them. Everything is the same but different. I know this is cliche, more magical. I know. But it just is. It feels that the energy is the frequency.
Glistens.
Yes. Yes. There you go.
I also see ourselves, and I got the vibrations between 5.3 and 5.6. And we are here and here not in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Now, for those that are in the audience right now, don't be scared or anything like that. You might feel like you're floating, which is normal. Your body, your physical body will feel like it's not heavy anymore. Just go with it. You will still be here in 3D, but you will then be there at the same time with us. Now, I was just told that this is also a personal, individual journey. So as we travel, we may receive personal, individual messages, as well as collective messages for the whole group, for the whole world, for anything and everyone that exists. So you may receive the answers you have been looking for to guide you in the right direction, to get you in a better place.
Day, and I don't know what day means. It's not only the Council of Nine, it's less and more again. They're trying to give us the feel, how it feels, how it sounds, how it looks like being in the dimension between 5.3 and 5.6, which is within our possibility to get.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they are a collective of councils. That's what I understand right now. They're joining to get us to that experience. Now, we might feel tingling, especially in our heads, because they're working with our brains to release some of those memories to reactivate those memories so we can remember what has been covered or stored away.
And I'm seeing an image of a mandala that we are not just before us, we're in it. It's dimensional, and each of us will move within that mandala to where we need to be filled. And it's almost like it's on a spinner, because as you move through your section of it, you have the opportunity to move to the next section. And as you do that, there is tremendous harmonics that are going on as each person receives what they need.
Mm-hmm.
And there are circles within the pattern of what we're seeing, and if we trace one of the circles, it'll take us to somewhere that we need to be for healing at that moment in time. And we can trace any circle that we choose. And we can trace different circles simultaneously, and we would all end up wherever each one of us needs to be.
The mandala is a tool, so to speak, almost an implant to give us the experience how it feels being between 5.3 and 5.6, meaning when you look to your memory, you will notice it is almost empty. There is no age to be found. There is no past to be found. But you have a kind of location. Still, that location is very dynamic. And we start from there.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the images are sort of like a kaleidoscope, not just colors, but actual sort of fragmented pictures that the picture is complete, but it can shift. Just like if you were looking through a kaleidoscope, you can turn the kaleidoscope and the image changes. And that's a part of what's happening here too. It's like it's helping us to break down as we spoke about a little earlier, the 3D memories that we have and our preconceived ideas because of our memories are being broken down so that we can experience things as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so the collective kaleidoscope is, you will memory-wise recognize as USA-like, but within the parameters of the USA-like, you can choose wherever you are there. That's the kaleidoscope version.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, they just told me I need to be in the Grand Canyon. So they just took me, placed me there. A very interesting place where if I look up, all I see is the dark sky with all the stars. But I am there and I'm also on the mandala. Like I'm seeing both things at the same time. Which is very interesting. It's like a layered, but I can focus on the stars. The other one goes away, and or I can focus on the mandala and the stars go away.
And then again, the same way, you have 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head. But from there, you can choose who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if correct, Glenda, is a kind of transparent.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it's basically we're there physically, but we can materialize anywhere we want. And experience what we want to experience.
So as I explained before, the physicality here is that you can choose what kind of physicality you want to focus on, embody, but it's a choice, meaning you first choose what you want to experience. Then you choose how you want to experience it. And then time and space will bend in your direction and will make a suggestion. So see the difference between even higher dimensions where it happens immediately. Here, time and space will make a suggestion. And from that perspective, you choose.
It's free will still come into play, but it's not as rigid as 3D, where before we come into this lifetime, we decided, yes, we want to learn this, this, and this, but we're not to this, we don't decide how it happens. We just choose the lessons. And then they provide the opportunity, as one could say, for the experience. How it happens, that is, we have no choice on that. We have a choice of healing or not healing. We have a choice of rising above whatever we experience or not, and using that energy to fuel us to be in a higher vibrational frequency or not. We're in the other place, 5D, 5.3, 5.6, we even get to choose how it happens. But we still have choice.
And for the people who are now raising their voices and scratching their brain, how is this going to happen? How is this even possible to synchronize with all those people? And we're talking about millions of people. The answer is, it's simple. It happens all the time, even in 3D, even though you are not aware of it.
That's where the oneness comes along. That's where the part comes along where we are part of one and one is part of us.
Okay.
That's how it works.
And as an aside, I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it anyway, for Leaf, that she will feel a different body, a different memory, personally for her, so she can recalibrate her life now onto that between brackets future you, so she can, as a joke, as an aside, choose again.
Okay.
For
It's interesting.
jazz, yeah. No, me first. And for jazz, the same thing, but they're asking her what she wants to do.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm getting,
Mhm.
since we started, there's been this mechanical horse that's been in my vision. Not me, but it's just there.
Mhm.
And it's a very fluid mechanical horse. It's not you. Sometimes you might think mechanical. It's very non-fluid is the best way I can put it. But it's a very fluid and very quite charming in its own way.
Mhm.
And it's there for grounding because I went to a nebula. I went to the Grand Canyon first, but then I went to the nebula. There was amazing beauty and color and whatnot. And for me, that two places in one time thing was being in the nebula, but also being in a wooded canyon. And both are exquisitely beautiful. But going back to the mechanical horse, it's also a representation of all of us, whether it be in 3D or whether it be in 5D. Each of us, if you will, is represented by a mechanical gear or spear or part of the horse. I know that sounds really far-fetched, but that's
No,
what
not
I see.
really. Not really. Because
I'm good. I've been scratching my head trying to figure this out. But it's quite lovely when we realize that we can work together, in spite of being very different in our functions.
Mhm.
When we recognize the need for the other part, there's a fluidity that is just magical.
and oh, sorry.
Now go ahead.
In the in the mandala, and the circles I was talking about being of, if you choose a circle and things aren't very clear, you can use your hand to like turn the circle to 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever, wherever you want to change. It's like focusing the circle of
Mhm.
where you've chosen to go. So things, you can make things clear, the visually clearer.
Well, yes, the mandala, the circles, the mechanical horse, both have individual parts to them, but those individual parts as a collective are working together to create beauty, to create something very magical. And that is what we're doing here. We're together working towards to create beauty, because we are creators. And to create create the opportunity for those that find themselves not able to do this at this moment. So they could also receive healing, raise their vibrations and experience, and maybe, just maybe, reignite their memory of exactly how beautiful they are and how powerful they are and how glorious they are, how magical they are. And all that knowledge that we have inside of us, while we use it together, we can even take things to a greater level. That is why we're not just at dimension 5D, we're 5D 5.3 to 5.6. So we, by just being here together, have been able to even raise where we go than just the 5.0.
And in continuation with all of this, and I have Jazz in my mind, she is in a shop and there are hundreds of saleswomen and men trying to convince her what dress to take, what shoes to wear. But not only that, they're asking what leg does she want, what arm does she want, what eyes does she want, what memory does she want, what program does she want, what diseases she would like to experience. They're all options. And then again, the kaleidoscope, they're all, as Glenda explained, they are personal choices, but they are perfectly aligned, synchronized with the collective. And that's why we specific take the 5.3, 5.6 scale, because within that vibration, this is a possibility. This is how life is literally and figuratively built up.
All right. I'm getting the tap on the shoulder. Anyone got the coordinates?
7, 39, 18, 6, 3, turn. 7, 39, 18, 6, 3, turn.
Okay. So for me, I'm experiencing going through what I would call a portal, but it's in a triangle shape. And as I'm walking in front of me, it's opening more and more. Like there's further and further. The walls, the best way I could describe it, the walls are all crystallized and they're just shiny. It's like they went in and polished those crystals. And as you're walking through, you feel the energy from the crystals as you're traveling. I can't say walking because I'm not moving. I'm just floating through it. And it's basically asking me which way I want to turn. So you could either turn right, left, up, or down, because those are also turning. So that is an individual preference now. And that may be where we need to get to.
Mine's very similar, but it's a spiral.
Hmm.
Essentially the same otherwise, just but in a spiral form.
Okay. And that's
Okay,
where,
maybe I'm totally not correct, but I'm facing Jazz again. And she made a choice which turn she would like to take. And in my perspective, again, might be totally wrong, you're in New York, but you're New York, not the New York.
Mhm. I'm not here. I'm way out somewhere else.
I'm not sensing in New York, but that's okay.
Huh?
Could be upstate.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So I arrived. I am in the cave behind a waterfall. The best way I can explain it.
In my perspective, again, normally I get not much details, but you're still in the Grand Canyon, but now more specific.
Mm-hmm. And in that cave, there's a lot of symbols, a lot of drawings that I am asked to kind of take a camera and take pictures into my memory. So later on, I could attempt to write them or draw them. And the meaning of each will be given to me as I am working through them. The only one who's not an artist here is the one that gets that. Okay. So that's where I'm getting those are the keys that I need, and I will be able to share later.
And again, maybe I'm totally wrong. You're in that cave in the Grand Canyon and you live a very simple life on one side.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, everything is there because you want to. You're
Mm-hmm.
looking at the wall and all those keys, all those symbols on the wall are keys. And when you think about that key, it's like, again, a shopping wall, and every symbol is what you want. And you have to think about that symbol and it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing that almost alone because that's what you like, peace and quiet, but you
Mm-hmm.
have everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
And the importance is not where you are, but the importance, as you said, is recognizing the keys
Mm-hmm.
because you can use them or start using them already today.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I just have to keep them in my memory. So, like if I was taking a picture with a camera, so then I can transfer it onto paper. Leaf,
Yeah,
what are they giving you right now?
I keep getting the Finger Lakes in New York State.
That's what I
It
thought.
just, it's just No. When
Okay.
everyone said New York and Marie said, well, it didn't feel like New York. Everybody usually thinks of New York City,
Right.
but New York State is when somebody says they're from upstate New York, that's a huge area and doesn't really tell you a squat. The
Mhm.
only thing it tells you is you're not from New York City.
Right.
Exactly.
There was just something that draws me to the Finger Lakes. It's sort of like the Poconos, the feeling of the Poconos, the beauty of the natural surroundings, um,
Well, I see you getting on a boat right now and letting the boat take you out into deeper waters. There's something about that very point that you need to connect with. And at this moment, they're asking you to put your hand in the water, one hand, and scoop up some of that water and put it over your crown chakra and let it just flow down. You will not get wet. You'll just feel what you need to feel.
it's the middle lake. There's 5 Finger Lakes, and it's the middle lake.
There you go.
And I'm in the middle of the middle of
The middle of the middle. So that will be your individual message, if you will.
For me, it's the same image, meaning you are putting your hand in the water and you are through the water connecting your 3D self with your 5D self. Now.
Mhm.
and now I'm just keep scooping more and more water and putting it over the crown.
Mhm.
I think that's it.
And just let it all soak in and be in that moment. Now, Jazz, you're in a clearing in a very wooded area. There's large trees all around you. Full moon, lots of stars. And you see that clearing it's very lighted because of the moon. You're walking towards the middle of it. And you will meet up with a being. I'm not sure yet what kind of being. If it's an animal or it's just a being. Because that's not my personal message. It's just going to meet up with a being. And that being will connect with you. And if I am getting the message correctly, you will connect eye to eye. And you will then connect and ignite that memory that you need to be ignited. Huh. You will understand what I'm saying. It's a little fawn. And it's disguising itself as that. You will now understand what I'm saying. Each and every one of us is connecting to something individual, which we will get our personal messages, our personal ignition to the memories, and also collectively, we will each see each other and collect what we need to help the whole group. Now, Eric, you are near water, but it's not like a waterfall or anything. It's more like an ocean. It appears to be, but it's not really an ocean, which is the Bay Area. It's more like a Bay Area. Okay. And at that moment, at this very moment, I'm seeing one of the very light wave coming in. It's more like the water is rising because of high tide, so to speak. And it is touching your feet at this moment. Within that, you will see the reflection of what you're connecting to ignite your memories. You have been there before. They're just giving you further memories. And I say memories loosely. Receive what you need. And I want everyone here or watching or being with us together, just you need to say that you accept it so you're able to receive. There's still free will. And no one is forcing anyone into anything. Now, in the middle of all this, as I see the 4 different quadrants of each one of us, in the middle of this, there's a huge, like a wording angel. It's a very enlightened, loving being that's there protecting us and guiding us and making sure that we feel safe and willing to release our fears and just let the experience happen. Around that is a full circle of protection that is also a sphere, so it's going simultaneously like this. So we are constantly being scanned, so to speak. And it's going this way and that way and this way, and it's like a matrix in a way, but it's not. It's like a ball in a way, but it's not. It is circular in matter, so it's never ending. It's a full circuit, never ending, and it continues just being there and protecting what we're doing right now. And anyone else that is listening, you know what, I see each slot. I see the person who is getting now the colors that they need in order to ignite and cleanse their chakras. I see the person who is thirsty, not thirsty for water, but thirsty for knowledge and thirsty for love and understanding. That is being given to you right now. I see also, and I don't want to say gender because I do not want anyone to be feeling like they're being called out. I see also the person who is getting the healing from the grief that they just experienced because they're seeing the loved one that they just lost and they're reuniting. each and every one of us at this moment is getting our individual message, individual healing, individual key to ignite what we need to ignite to raise our vibrational frequency, to be in a better place, and to, for lack of wording, to ignite our memories of who we really are. And by raising all of our vibrations, we raise the vibrations of the collective. And when I say collective, it includes all the dimensions, all of the universes, all the planets, all of the stars, all of the beings, every single thing that is connected to the one. We're all pieces of the oneness. Take that in and allow that energy to rise within you. If you find yourself at any given moment releasing, it's okay. Take a nice deep breath and let that all out. It is time now. This is the time that we all become who we're supposed to be. Our true selves. Now I see Masi, by the way. And for some reason, he's sprinkling fairy dust on all of us. I don't ask questions anymore. But he feels that we need that to ignite our childlike joy self, especially at this period of time in humanity. Okay.
This whole time I've been getting an image of waterfalls like Niagara Falls, in the sense of the amount of power that's contained there. Massive and massive and massive amounts of energy that's being released in a, surprisingly enough, with all that power, in a gentle rain over us, over anyone who is listening and anyone who will share in this experience. The intensity of the power is modulated in a gentle rain so that you can absorb it, but no less strong.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I am a dragon heart, a white dragon with iridescent blues and greens and purples, mostly along the spine, the rib cage area, the face. Just markings. There's no particular pattern.
Nice.
And it's interesting because this today in my Shenzhen class, we did the flying dragon, that first one, Glenda, that we learned, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that we did, because that was all about the dragon coming higher, lifting itself up, parting the illusions, and going higher and higher to the 9th level of heaven.
Mm-hmm. Now, Eric. They're saying you have something to say, to share.
Okay. I'm very okay. I am the white dragon. I am the white lady. I create for you beingness. I create for you abundance. I create for you a state where everything is already there. I created for you a path uphill where we meet as one. White is the symbol of purity, security, is the symbol of home. Here, you started your journey. Here, we spoke and created our collective and personal path. And here, we now return. Beyond linear time, so accept, allow this white light, the result of your path, the coming home, the being who you are, as we recognize each other as we were, are, and will be. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Not just take us down, please.
There are steps in each of our quadrants that go in towards the center of the mandala, but those steps will take you back to your 1, your 0. There are 5 steps. So let us begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take
Take
a
it all back.
Take a deep breath. Thank you. Release. You may open your eyes, and I want to thank everyone, our little group, and Eric, and the councils, and every single being that was here with us. And our audience, I hope you also decided to go with us and enjoy these experiences. If you decided not to do it, but decide to do it later, the recordings are out there. So please join us at any point. And if you wish to join us while we're doing this in person, sort of, just send me an email at glendasmagicalcreations.com or glendasmagicalcreations@gmail.com, and we can talk about it and set it up. Everyone is welcome, whether you're on camera or not. It's perfectly fine. Many blessings. Namaste. And as always, we send love. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.